Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today it's going to be a Midrank Madness. Seryu is back on Oceanborn on a replay titled How to Beat DTs Without Detection. So let's go ahead and see how Terran does that. Bottom right, it's going to be a red Terran player. It is Seryu with a spinning portrait of Nova, and with the Sons of Korhal logo. And in the top left, it's going to be a blue Protoss. It is Porridge. With sound on. No, sound is on. Oakley dokley. So yeah, that's what this is. It's like, how do you beat DTs without detection? And I am very curious to see what you do. I'm guessing it involves splash damage of some kind. Maybe put a unit of yours next to the DT that you can't see, but you know where he is because of the shimmer, or because your SCVs are dying, and then shoot the thing. Or use a Widow Mine and tell it to fire on your own thing, and then bam, the splash kills the DT. I think those are the options here, but maybe it's something super creative. And yeah, this is going to be a Midrank Madness, which just means it was sent to Sniper Monkey at the email address in the description with the subject of Midrank Madness, Diamond, Gold, or Platinum level. And he said this is good for casting. So hey, let's check it out. Thank you again, Sniper, for screening all of the replays we get for Midrank Madness and Brave Noob World. They switch off every other week. Brave New Worlds is just silver and bronze. Again, send those replays to Sniper Monkey as well at the same email address with the subject of Brave New World. So, probe harassing, hard walling. Here is Seryu and Cybernetics Core helping to block off the Reaper hop-up spot here. But hey, it's going to be a reactor. Maybe reactor Reapers, double gas already here from Seryu. So it's going to be a factory. Yep, there's the factory. Maybe it's an early Cyclone push. Expanding here is Porridge. And a second assimilator on the way as well. So, Gate, Cybercore, expand, second assimilator. All is well here from Porridge. And a second pylon. Indeed, I missed that, but there it is. And it's an Adept on the way. And we are reactoring Marines. Okay. Not Reapers. Well, we're going to have to see where this is going to take us. Obviously, there will be some DTs at some point in this game. But as of now, I mean, we're not just throwing up a Dark Shrine or a Twilight immediately into a Dark Shrine, right? The Twilight needs to be first, and that's just not happening here. So it's not like a DT super duper ultra fast rush, as fast as you can make it. It does want an Adept out to be safe against potential Reaper stuff that's showing up. But at this stage, that's not a problem, right? We are just getting Marines. We are going 1-1-1. This is a literal Destiny Cloudfist build here. As named by Husky StarCraft over 10 years ago now. A 1-1-1 build. Barracks, factory, starport. No expansion, no nothing. It is a pretty aggressive build. Because yeah, you reactor out Marines. You get a couple tanks. You make a couple medevacs. You go out, you try to win. There's that Twilight Council. And a robotics facility, probably for Warp Prism. Probably going to go over here, Warp Prism, and warp in some DTs inside Seryu's base. But, I mean, you also have orbital commands as Terran. So your ability to scan is here, unless you don't have enough energy to scan, which as a pro is actually a bit of a problem sometimes. Because, like, we'd love to be able to scan, but I used all my energy on mules because I'm good at macro. See, look, not enough energy to scan because there's a mule. Dun, dun, dun. Medevac. Neat. Dark Shrine. Gonna try to hide that somewhere. Nope. Just right here, man. Right here in front of everybody who happens to be watching. Okay. Well, what's the plan gonna be for both of our players? It's a one-base play from Seryu. It's DTs from Porridge. So this is immovable rock versus unstoppable force type stuff here. But yeah, here we go. 2-1-1. Beautiful. 2 tanks, bunch of Marines, pulling some boys. Got a medevac here too. Everything's looking good. Seryu gonna try to bust this thing out, get something done. And a Liberator on the follow-up. No expansion either. This is all in, baby. This is an all-in play. As all-in as you can do. And on the other side, Warp Prism moving out. Dark Shrine finishing up. This timing's gonna work out quite nicely. And Seryu does expand behind this. Okay. So it's not as all-in as maybe I was trying to sell you on that. But this is, I mean, it's 28-9 army supply. So, goodbye. Goodbye, Porridge. Bunker coming up at the front here, too. There's a Liberator as well. Oh, gosh. Dark Shrine, warping in. And that means Warp Prism ready to go, but this is sort of panic time, right? This is like, oh, there's a zillion units here. DT, oh, warps in here. Wop, wop. There's the scan. Okay, so the scan wipes out that DT. So the name of the replay is not about that Dark Templar. How many? No more scans available here. 8 energy on that orbital. Warp Prism needs to go. Warp Prism, did you go? Did I loot? Nope, you're just sitting over here. Okay, that's not great. I mean, look, it's 32-7 army supply. This is not like the game I posted last week featuring Nukeyu and Rocket, where Nukeyu had like a 90-20 army supply advantage and just never attacked. Hey, look, this DT is getting some work done. Maybe it's this DT that we kill without detection. Oh, trying to get a turret. But also, like, swipe the turret. Oh, we're doing it. Finally, Warp Prism wanders in. And not enough energy for a scan, but it's close. But meanwhile, all the probes are dying up this way. DT in the main base, DT in the natural. Scan available in about 5 seconds here. This DT's just killing stuff, despite the fact there's a turret, because he one-shots Marines. Liberator here to wipe out the Warp Prism eventually. Scan available. This is not looking particularly great for either player. We are base racing hardcore here. Worker count, somehow 20 for Porridge. All these guys are alive. I don't know how that is happening at all. These DTs still putting in work. Warp Prism gets wiped out by the Liberator after 2,700 shots. This orbital command is burning down, but it does have enough energy for a scan. This one's not landed, so you can't scan with it. Probes are here to fight, and actually they're doing okay against these Marines. Not as good against the tank, but the tank doesn't have a lot of HP left here. Oh, it's getting repaired, however. That's pretty good stuff. And this DT's got 17 kills. It's 9 to 8 workers. These guys finally got wiped out. A lot of SCVs fleeing up to this side of the map here. And this DT's got 2 kills. Oh, these probes are dying. I'm trying to harvest gas when there's a Liberator sitting here is a tough look, man. Okay, so currently it is 2 DTs. 1 offensive for Porridge, 1 defensive for Porridge. Scan's not available. Seryu is floating out. The orbitals are lifted. And that's it. That's a GG. Wait, what? Are you asking? Like, okay. Okay, first of all, we're going to go and tack up another Seryu PVT at the end of this. So if you want more Seryu PVT, you clicked on this because you wanted PVT. We'll have some more after this. We'll call this a sneaky twofer. But, I mean, I'm pretty sure the 2 DTs that died to scans. So, I guess maybe how to beat DT. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe it's how to beat DTs without detection. Not necessarily how to kill DTs without detection. Is that more of it? Let me look at this email real quick. Yeah, it is. How to beat DTs without detection. Okay, so the way you beat DTs without detection is you one base, 1-1-1, wander over to where the Protoss is, kill everything they have, then lift your buildings, and even if they have DTs left over, they can't kill your buildings, so you win. I think that's how this works. I mean, could have probably... Nah, couldn't have played it out. I mean, maybe bringing the DTs back home, but also then these could land at any point and get scans off. So either way, Porridge... Yeah, Porridge saw the writing on the wall, had 1 worker remaining. It still had 3 Nexuses, hilariously. But 2 of them were covered by a Liberator, which makes it tough to get guys out. This one actually... Oh, that hurts. Seryu doesn't even know this is here. Seryu doesn't know this exists. That's so painful. If Porridge maybe continues to mine from this, maybe makes some more DTs... Maybe sneaks like a proxy Stargate somewhere. Builds a Void Ray. That might be kind of awesome, actually. But no, decides to tap out anyway. It is, I mean, nothing left. A tank and 2 Liberators here from Seryu. So Void Ray would be awesome. But also, Seryu would have income with 8 workers and 2 orbitals, which means really, really heavily out incoming Porridge here. But there's a DT making problems as well. This is a hard one to call. I feel like this could have been played out. I feel like it's a bit of a premature GG here. But that's okay. That's all right. That is still a win for Seryu. And again, if you want more Seryu plays, we've got some great stuff from Seryu. So we'll toss a game up here after this and after the outro. And yeah, resources lost, 4,500 to 2,900. Porridge ended up losing. Oh, made an immortal here. Good against tanks. I'm not going to say don't make immortals against Terran. But only really 2 stalkers and an adept. Like, it was not a lot of stuff made, right? Meanwhile, 18 marines and 3 tanks died. I mean, Seryu lost a ton of army value. But killing warp gates and pylons and 48 probes compared to 18 SCVs, that makes this resources lost tab look bigger. So, end of the day, GG. That's a win for Seryu, and that's going to be it from me. This is Ben, Falcon Paladin, coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2, Legacy of the Void, and a brave noob world. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself. Hey there, StarCraft fans, it's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2, Legacy of the Void. Today, going to be a Minric Madness game sent in by Seryu. It's going to be Seryu versus something vowels, and Seryu refers to their opponent as Kerrigan, so we're going to do that. So bottom left on Dynasty, we've got Seryu, the red Terran player, and on the top right, it's going to be Kerrigan, playing Zerg, as you would expect from the low IQ clan. Seryu is a member of the Discord, and again, for Minric Madness, just send your replays to Sniper Monkey at the email address in the description here, with the subject of Minric Madness, gold, platinum, or diamond level. So hatch pool opening here from Kerrigan. Interesting. Seryu making a Reaper and expanding to this little gold base. But if you mine out the gold here, then Zerglings can come through. So we will see how Seryu expects to handle that. So this Reaper's name is gonna be Bob the Reaper. And it's Minric Madness, so that was a nice spore crawler there. Why is the queen late? Because it's Minric Madness. And goodbye, Bob. Alright. Yeah, it's a pool. Hatch pool. Gas later. So I don't know why the queens were late, but nothing died. So everything is A-OK here. We've got Hellions here. We've got a starport. We've got ourselves mining from the gold base. And a third base on the way here from Kerrigan. Spreading creep. Everything is A-OK there. Lair on the way here at about 4 minutes. Baneling Nest on the way at about 4 minutes as well. Speed for these lings. Just checking to see. And third base at what could be a natural expansion here on Dynasty. I've got a Liberator. Liberator on the way here on Dynasty. A weird place to set up Liberator. Oh, it's expecting maybe that the Zerg player Kerrigan had taken that base. This Overlord is going to die. Yeah, maybe expecting the Zerg player to do this, and the Zerg player has been like, not worried about it, man. Third base here. I mean, a lot of workers. It is 50 to 53 workers here as Kerrigan is up. Seryu trying to keep up here too. Definitely has access. Ooh, I was going to say, has access to mules, so that's going to help with the income as well. Yeah, everything's about even on overall income here. About 2,500 minerals per minute here on average. A little bit more from Seryu. And I mean, that's going to be the mules without a doubt. So Viking hunting around, trying to see what's going on here. Fourth base coming up at about 6:30, which is definitely late. Down this right side. If you haven't really had anything attack you at all, then your fourth base really should be coming down closer to 4.5 minutes. I don't know why these queens are bugging out. Where are you trying to go, queens? What is your pathing trying to tell you to do? Oh, got Hellbats out from Seryu as the fourth base lands. So this is not good for the Zerg player. Terran is keeping up in base count pretty effectively. Worker count is ahead now compared to what Kerrigan is doing, but Kerrigan has a ton of creep tumors. Bunch of creep spread all over the map here. And at this point, if you have creep here, I mean, might as well take this gold. I like how there's also a Rich Vespene Geyser on the left side. You can take this base as like a gold and a Rich Vespene Geyser base, or regular gas if it's inside and a little bit safer, which is intriguing. Anyway, are we meching here? Seryu, is that the play? We've got Ghost Academy on the way. It's kind of a hybrid, right? It's a lot of barracks, but definitely a bunch of Hellbats. Siege tanks in the mix here too. Medivacs for all the Marines that are being produced. They've got +1/+1, which is sick. I like the upgrades here, but it's not the best upgrades I've ever seen, but 2-2's on the way, so I'm not going to complain about it too much. A little Marine move out, killing some of this creep, and they're all going to die. See you later, guys. All right, so what is this, the 4th base? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5th base is done now from Kerrigan. Creep spreading, looking good. And this is a pretty chill game, I'd say, for the first 10 minutes. Right? We've had a Reaper out, we've had a handful of Marines, we've had a Liberator, and we've had some Hellions clearing out creep. And then here we go. Kerrigan comes in, Banelings connecting on the Hellbats is good. Hydralink Bane at its best. This Planetary might be in trouble. Baneling's going to clear out tons of Marines. But the Planetary killing 18 units itself, and the Zerg player is forced to fall back. There's some Queens, I guess, that want to spread some creep here, but good luck with that, guys. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Seryu is definitely throwing up some of that advanced ballistics upgrade. Creep here, creep here, creep here, creep here. Creep here, creep here. Creep here. There were spots. There were spots to creep. But yeah, ghosts in the house, man. Oh, the upgrades on these Lings. 2-2, no Adrenal, no Baneling support, no Hydra support. Not going to go well for those Lings. Hydra? No, Baneling's getting shot down here at the front. Hydra's not trading particularly well. EMP on a Queen. Ooh, Infestor comes. He gets a Fungal off. Another Fungal gets up, but there's nothing to follow up with that Fungal. It is 2 armor with no attack upgrades here for these Hydralisks, and Adrenal is on the way. Seismic Spine's coming in here too. Seryu doing a much better job microing against Banelings than in that previous engagement. Yeah, that was tough. It's a lot better now for sure. All right, Overlord, dead. Supply block on, nope, but it is 182 to 122 supply here. Zerg player is down big time. 101 to 40 army supply. Yeah, this little move out here from Seryu has been great. Kerrigan's trying to use Infestors, trying to use Queens to good effect here, but they're getting EMP'd, they're getting sniped off. I can't believe this Queen is still alive, but she's not. In all fairness, she's extraordinarily dead. Creep spread, pushing out. And yeah, this group's like, well, nothing's killed us, so we're going to keep moving in here, going after a macro hatch. And nice pickup. Some units died, but a bunch didn't. And Seryu's like, are you seriously not taking this base yet? What the heck is going on? So this group's going to handle the small amount of Lings that's coming in with Adrenal, with 2-2. 3-3 is on the way for those guys. They're going to be little gods of destruction here sooner rather than later. So dealing with this now is definitely a good experience. On the other side, I mean, Seryu's is expanding. Try to expand up this left side, but the creep spread of Kerrigan is interfering with that. You guys are still alive. 8 kills, 5 kills. I mean, they're all dead now, but did some work. I mean, that attack, I think those guys started down here. They went on a major, major rampage up this way, causing all sorts of problems. Just a big ball of Marine Marauder. There's 1 siege tank in here. There are some ghosts. There's some Liberators in as well. Lingbane Hydra is technically the answer to this, but if your army value is not high enough to compete, or if your Terran just kind of stands there and eats a ton of Baneling shots, Lings with 3-3 and Adrenal tearing through these Marauders, and that is a big win from Kerrigan. Yeah, you can't just stand in there and take that big of a Lingbane Hydra army. Really need to stutter step back or pick up and get out of there. Got to do something. That allowed the army value to even up. So like we said at the moment before that battle happened, I think it was like a 20-30 supply advantage in army for Seryu, and now it's even. And that's not what you want to see. Seryu is at 84 to 76 workers. really, apparently not interested in killing these tumors and taking this base. And if that's the case, if you don't want to kill some tumors and take a base, there's nowhere else to expand. We're out of places here. So there we go. Seryu comes up, scans, clears. I mean, if nobody's going to respond to your little run-up here and creep tumor murder, then sure, keep murdering the creep tumors, I say. Man, these guys have killed a ton of tumors. These two are going to go down. This one will probably die, but I'm not sure that Seryu knows about that one. Where is the Zerg? The Zerg's like, oh, but it's 5 Marines on creep. What are we going to do? What are we going to do with it? Nothing. We're just going to let it happen. All right. Medevacs, Liberators, Marines, Marauders, Siege Tanks. Nothing too crazy here. From Seryu, just more of the same. Let's see if the micro's improved or not. I'd love to see some nukes get called down, just, you know, for entertainment value, but I don't know. Ghost Academy seems to be quiet. Does have the factory, so you can make those nukes, which is nice. Yeah, man. Purple versus red. I like it. I like purple Zerg. It's just classic, right? I feel like the default color for Zerg is purple. But in these latter games, the default's to red versus blue, and so you don't really get purple Zerg all that much. At least on the latter games and the stuff that I cast. Oh, Liberator squeezes out of there. Squeezes out. Seryu does manage to take this base up the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bases for the Terran playa. And look how cool Overseers look in this skin and purple. Man. They look so cool. All of their eyeballs and everything. Command center floating down this way because guess what? We killed the creep and the creep is receded and now we can expand there too. So I like what the Zerg player is doing. Lingbane Hydra, we talk about it a lot. Infestors here for fungal. Toss some fungals down, engage, try to get a surround, and you're going to win a lot of battles here as the Zerg. But the Infestors are just not joining this party and attacking up a ramp. Not able to get that surround at all. On the other side, Lurkers are shutting down this attempt at a planetary. Cancel it! Cancel it! Not canceling it. Ah, the Infestors got in! Okay, see how Infestors make this battle a lot better for the Zerg. Oh, Chain fungaling too. Oh, these medevacs are trying to run. Can't run as easy when you've been fungaled, mate. And oh my gosh, Seryu is in so much trouble. Losing medevacs is the #1 sign that you're losing the game. This planetary dies. Thankfully, Seryu has sent the command center down this way to the 6 o'clock, but also, it's, well, it's not landing, so that's not great at all. These Hydras continue to chase these medevacs. They are so low on HP, it is abjectly terrifying. There are some siege tanks, and there is some scans, so these Lurkers are not going to be completely unopposed here. Ghosts can use their steady targeting on Lurkers pretty effectively. Not as easy to use it on, you know, or effective to use it on Lings or Banes. Or Hydras, to be honest. Like, sniping a Hydralisk with that ability feels always like kind of a waste of time. Huh. Oh, finally landing at the 6 o'clock base here is Seryu back up to 6 bases. Looks like Kerrigan has finally taken this little sneaky gold base right off of the main, which is always fun. We got +2 vehicle weapons. We got +2 ship and vehicle plating on the way from Seryu. A Spire coming in here. Maybe some Corruptors to try to deal with these. Oh, these really injured medevacs. So yeah, so we've got about 8 medevacs here, 9 medevacs, and 4 of them are basically dead, and 3 of them are in the orange. So they should be targets. They should be targets for anything. Queens, Hydras, Fungals would be good. Oops, Sniping Overlords is an interesting target, I guess. Where are the Banelings? Don't engage with the Hydras until the Banelings are coming in. We are sniping some of these Hydralisks, though. And again, it's fine. If you want to kill it with snipe, it's okay, right? It's a cooldown. It's not like you're losing anything by using a snipe. I guess if ultras start popping out later and you're like, oh, should not have used my cooldown on a Hydralisk just 2 seconds ago. I love the single Liberator stuff. Just trying to avoid... Oh, it's double Liberator against single Lurker stuff here. Single Lurker stuff is fun. Just trying to avoid the circles of doom. As ya do. So 11 o'clock are here. Top side. And Ling Bane Hydra crushing. That's a dead planetary if ever I saw one. Oh, yeah. Actually, not using all of the Banes on it. That's pretty good. Killing the base, backing it out. Falling back. Okay, finally. New base here from Kerrigan. I feel like it's been a while since Sarah has had a new base. Yeah, Greater Spire on the way. Maybe some of those Brewlords in the future here. Not that you have to make them, but it's definitely an option. And I like that Seryu's just continuing to use little groups of Marines and Marauders up here just to harass, and if you lose them, so what? It's not like it's your entire army that you lost, and if you can get some value with it, you can draw the Zerg away from where you want to attack with your main army, it's even better. So yeah, these guys all died, so what? We killed some drones, we killed a Lurker, which is definitely worth killing. Lurkers is nice. I'm really shocked that Kerrigan has not decided to move on in here to wipe this thing out, maybe waiting for it to be done. Liberator. Liberator. Dealing with the Lurker that's trying to deal with this planetary. It's kind of like a rock, paper, scissors situation here. Oh, we did. All right. And I like that Kerrigan is smart enough not to let the Banes explode on the thing that's not... You don't have to let them explode on, right? Oh, Banelings on ghosts! Oh, the fungals too. All the ghosts are dead. No, Seryu! Sending those ghosts out front like that was so tough. Oh man, Hydras are sniping Liberators out of the sky right now. This is not looking particularly good. Another great fungal. I've always said the player that uses spellcasters has a massive advantage, but don't walk the infestors into death here. Both players are using spellcasters to an offensive level here. Snipe the libs. Snipe the libs. Ooh, neuroparasiting a lib is cool, but no! Okay, tit for tat. You wipe out all of my ghosts, I'm going to kill most of your chunky infestors. How's that sound? And Kerrigan's like, back it out. Back it out. Nobody likes to see that. Siege tanks out in front if you get closer. Love the Liberator stuff. They did decrease Liberator advanced ballistics range. So you can't set up quite so far away anymore. Liberator getting 3 kills as this is a focus of Kerrigan on this planetary, and bam! Planetary gets exploded here, but nice flank attack from Seryu, trying to avenge the death of that base. Things need to get involved here. Yeah, they get one shot by Liberators, but there are so many of them, it just doesn't matter. Nice chain fungal there. These guys, the 3/3 Lings, getting us around on a small group of units like this, just getting such value. Adding Widow Mines into the comp now is Seryu. Probably could have done that a while ago. Gosh, these tanks. Tanks are dying to Lings. Never what you want to see if you're a Terran. It's 86 to 72 total army supply in favor of Seryu. Neural Parasite being used on these Liberators. And Widow Mine connections causing all sorts of problems. I love this Infestor. Getting some shots off. That's good. That's good to see. Man, 3/3s on the way from Seryu for siege tanks, for Liberators. Actually, hold on. Liberators are, yeah, they're at +3 air, so it's going to be full upgrades for everybody. Once that vehicle weapon and that vehicle and ship plating gets to 3 here for Seryu. Kerrigan, not expanding here, has the cash to just barely now, throwing it down at the 6 o'clock, but not really paying attention to it at all. I mean, there are siege tanks here. All it would take is like 3 Marines to wander over and this base would be canceled, but taking risks. Also, most of the army from Seryu seems to be up here. Liberator sieging in. Ghosts at the back. Marauders at the front. Marines too here. Sieging up from the high ground, but nothing really to protect it all. Like a Liberator circle on this high ground while a siege tank sits here would be pretty good. Pretty good bait, I would say, on this map of Dynasty, or Dynasty, depending on if you're British or if you are American. I assume the Australians also call it Dynasty. Maybe not. A little too fancy, I think, for the Australians. They're a little bit more down to earth. Liberator setting up. There you go. Spore down. This is looking pretty dangerous, but again, standing in and taking a massive hit. with banelings. More stuff is dying. Liberators, medevacs getting picked out of the sky. Widowmine connection. Woo! It could have been so much worse for Kerrigan. Really could have been so much worse here. Oh my gosh. Oh, infestors burrow in. So the ghosts don't know where they are. Widowmine not connecting. Widowmine does connect on one Zergling. I'm not sure if that was intended by Kerrigan or not, but it was pretty good. Nevertheless, banelings don't do bonus damage to ghosts. They're not light units. You see how the Widowmines are actually adding a lot of value to Seryu's composition here. That's great. That is really nice to see. Hey, there are some Corruptors out. And a Broodlord's on the way, but not a ton of money for Broodlords. Mostly minerals that are missing here. Oh, the Corruptors are good snipe targets. Corruptors are, Lurkers are, Ultras are, Broodlords are. Such good targets. And this base is being allowed to live, despite the fact that Seryu has siege tanks right in position to shut this thing down. The one Broodlord is trying to keep this base alive by tossing down Broodlings onto these tanks with their +3 armor. Eventually, the chewing will get through that armor with these Broodlings. They've got +3 attack. It's just tank armor is insane. Alright, siege tank dies. Broodlord very happily. 2 kills, 2 siege tanks. On the other side, Fungal's getting tossed down all the time. Widowmine connections are not firing. More Broodlords are here. The Fungal Broodlord combination. Infestors being miscontrolled, walking right into death here. Snipes on the Broodlords, getting some work down for sure. 98 to 73 army supply here for Kerrigan. Falling back. 58 cracklings in production. 1 ghost died. Broodlord goes down 2. The remaining 2 Broodlords don't really want to engage here. This is just coming down to, I think, a question of resources lost and how much of the map you've got. Is this a map split in half for Dynasty? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 8, 9 bases here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6, 7. I think the Zerg player does have enough of the map to possibly win this thing. I mean, 87 drones is probably too many at this stage of the game, but also maybe running in unsupported Lings is not going to do it for you here, friend. Oh, Widowmine's connecting. Lings trying to get on the backside here. They do wipe out a siege tank, but only 1 tank. And remember how I said the base count for Kerrigan here was great? It is dead now. Man, Creep Tumor's getting all sorts of sniped up. This is just tough. This is extremely tough. Vipers in production. Kerrigan's like, well, I haven't really used Vipers yet today. Maybe they're the answer. Yeah, abducting tanks, abducting ghosts, abducting liberators out. Gonna be pretty good. But you can't fly over the army with a bad rally first, though. Okay. Okay. Alright. We're just kind of feeding at this point, aren't we? A lot of Hydra and Lurker coming down. Is there enough to save this hatch? I don't think so. Okay, so 2 bases killed here by Seryu in quick succession. And this, look at this, adding the more siege tanks because of the Hydras that Kerrigan is so in love with right now. The fully upgraded tanks are just going to obliterate these Hydras. They are glass cannons. They will die extremely quickly if hit by upgraded siege tanks in any number at all. Oh gosh, look at these guys. Ba-boom! Hydra corpses littering the ground. Snipes taking one as it tries to retreat. Army value is even at this stage. It's not looking particularly good for either player. They're both around 130 supply. Worker count was about 80 for a second ago for Kerrigan, but now it's down to 56. That's what happens when you lose 2 bases and you have a ton of drones at each one. Trying to long distance mine here. Get enough money to make a hatch. Oh, Lurker comes in, dies immediately. This Lurker comes in, gets a spine off him and dies. There's just not enough Zerg. This Broodlord trying to win. Blinding Cloud on the takes. It's a miracle maneuver here. Is it enough, though, for Kerrigan? I don't know that it is. The Blinding Clouds are helping immensely, but it doesn't last forever. That's a GG. 79 to 21 army supply. Seryu is our winner. What a fantastic showing. What a fantastic showing. of how to play TVZ there on Dynasty here from Seryu. That was great. Man, that was really great. And resources lost, as I talked about previously, 72,000 to 50,000. That's a 12,000 resource difference in 28 minutes. That is some good cost efficiency out of the Terran. Ended up killing a whole bunch of stuff, including what? Including 66 drones, 4 hatcheries, 2 baneling nests died. How many Zerglings? 764 Zerglings, 137 Hydralisks. The 22 Infestors going down, a lot of that was sloppiness. You can't avoid losing Infestors, I don't think, in a game like this, but losing like all 22 of them is not great. I guess there were 2 remaining. Not all of them. 12 Queens dead. 2 creep spread was good, but never really able to kind of keep up with the macro here of Seryu. Seryu always seemed to have a bit of a bigger army supply, a bit of a better composition. And the reason that Kerrigan got this game to go as long as they did was mostly because of just some bad engagements there from Seryu, just taking massive baneling shots to the face when there's really no reason to do so. At the very least, you kite away. At the very least, you pick up your dudes. Right? That's what I always say. Anyway, good game. Good game there. Fantastic game. Just a bloodbath of epic proportions there in favor of Seryu today, and that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.